She helps women veterans conquer the battle over their money by way of her business, Financial Freedom Battle Buddies. Correspondent Cherissa Jackson has this story.
So thank you so much for talking to me today. So we're going to start right off the bat. Tell me what it's like to be a woman veteran.
I just think it's awesome, right? I just think that nowadays it just seems like there's more attention being brought on us about women veterans, like this setup here. You know, because a lot of people think of, when they hear veteran, they think of men, right? Or they make the mistake and ask the question, "Are you the spouse?" No, I'm the veteran. Yeah. You know, so I just think that it's awesome that more women were recognizing, we're speaking up about being a veteran. I just think that it's a great thing, so I love it.
Awesome, awesome. So I came into the military at 17. So my parents had to sign. It was 6 of us. I saw the struggles that they did when they were trying to put my other siblings through school. And so I knew the military was a way to have to pay for college. So why did you choose to come into the military?
My mother, you know, yeah, she would do anything for me, but I wanted to go to school. She would have took on a second job, but I didn't want her to have to do that. Right, so my oldest brother, he went to the Air Force. I visited him. He was at Blytheville in Arkansas. And I went to visit, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to education and to travel, and also to get away from. This sound bad, to get away from my mom. You know, it's just being the youngest. There wasn't a lot of things I can do. I wanted my freedom, but really it was about education and travel, and I didn't want to burden my mother for that. So I was going to do my 4 years, but all that changed, and 21 years later, here I am, a proud Air Force retiree.
What was your experience in the military? How was that?
I always knew that once I made the decision to stay in, but initially I was just going to get my GI Bill and get out, but decided to stay in. I was enlisted, but then I switched over and became an officer. So, and I did that because I felt like I could be more of an influence, right, to make those changes that we talk about. Yeah. So that's why I switched over. So for the most part, I think it's great for anybody. It's not for everybody. It's 20 years, and everybody's not going to do 20 years. Yeah. But if you just come in and do 4 years, you'll be that much above the next person that don't have any military experience. Yeah. So I loved it. I came in for education, no degree. I end up with a doctorate degree. Yeah, so I got education at every level. So I took advantage of everything that the military provided for me. So I really enjoyed it.
Tell me, what was your staying power? What made you say, I'm gonna go the full 20 years, you didn't get out at 10, or was there any contemplation at some point that you were gonna get out and then something changed your mind?
My true reason for staying in for longer is my daughter. Wow. I was a single parent the majority of my military career, and I didn't want her to want for anything. So that's why I stayed.
Isn't that the story of our lives? I mean, I was a single parent too of twin daughters, and that was one of the main reasons why I stayed in, is because I wanted a better life for my daughters. Yeah. And so many of us, women veterans out here, are doing the same thing every day. Exactly. We're moms, we're soldiers, we're commanders, and then we have to go to war, we have to come back and do it all over again. Yeah. And it's just so unfortunate that a lot of women don't get to tell their story. Why is it important for us to tell our stories?
How are people going to know if we don't share it, right? Yeah. If you don't talk about it, if we don't share it with people, how are they going to know? How are things going to get better if we don't speak up? Yeah. So that's why it's important. We serve just like anybody else. Yeah. So what we have to say is just as important to those other guys that serve. We was in battle. I was in Iraq. Maybe I wasn't on the front lines, but I was financed, right? We say you make the kill, we pay the bill, right? That was our battle cry. So I just feel it's just so important to share our experiences, because so people know, right? A lot of civilians, they know very little about the military as it is. Mm-hmm. So just imagine how much little they know about women. You know, of course, they think we're spouses or dependents. No, we're veterans, we serve. So that's the reason we have to get our stories out there. And it's not all bad, right? Yeah. That's another thing. I think we have to change that narrative. Yes. A lot of our stories aren't all bad. It's not all about sexual harassment. It's not all about homelessness. Those things are important, right? But a lot of us, we didn't have challenges when we transitioned. You know, you hear about the high unemployment rate, that type stuff. But my transition, I consider it was a success. Right, so it's just changing the narrative. It's not always bad when you hear about veterans. Oh, homelessness, sexual assault, suicide. Granted, yes, that it's there, but we also need to hear the good things about the military. So we have to share our story.
Absolutely. What would you tell a female veteran who feels as though she's not a veteran?
Girl, please. And I hear that. We was talking to an individual just last night. She was like, I was only in 5 years. Really?
Doesn't that break your heart?
It does. And I don't know, why is that? Why is it that we don't identify? So I tell my female veterans, claim it and claim it loud.
Yeah.
Whether it was 5 years, 20 years, whether you went to combat, that's another reason. Some people feel, oh, I didn't deploy. And, so it's just so important that you own that you identify. And that's another different thing about us women veterans. We don't wear stuff like the men, right? Mm-hmm. They walk around with their baseball caps and their pins and all that type of stuff. We don't do that. Why is that? Mm-hmm. So it's just wear it and wear it proud, and how are they going to know unless you don't speak up? So I would just say wear it. Be bold, speak out, let everybody know that you're a woman vet. No matter how much time you serve, it doesn't matter. I like to say one team, one fight. Yeah. So it doesn't matter how long it was. We're all veterans.
And I tell women all the time, if you put that uniform on and you go to war every day, you go to work every day in that uniform, you vow to protect this country, you are a veteran. And it doesn't matter how long you've been in, it doesn't matter what you did, it doesn't matter what your career path was. Claim that. And so I want you to complete this statement for me. I want you to say your name and say, I am a female veteran and complete that sentence.
Wow, okay. I'm Dr. Ann James. I'm a female veteran and so much more. I'm a female veteran and I'm proud of it. And when I say so much more, that includes that I'm a mother, I'm a small business owner, I'm an advocate for my fellow veterans, I'm a financial coach. That's another thing that I love to do with my women veterans, to help them gain a better understanding of their finances, to win back control, to win those battles over their money. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a Christian. I'm just so much more, and I'm proud of it. Each of those things I listed, I'm proud of it. I'll talk about it anytime, any day, anywhere. So that's what I like to say about that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Last question for you, Ann. Yeah. If you had to give a tip or a golden nugget to a female veteran that you see on the street or you come in contact with in the community, what would you tell that female veteran?
Oh, wow. I would say, hello, my sister. Because that's what I feel like when I reach out with my other female veterans, hello, my sisters. But the tidbit, I would say, it goes back to identify, claim it, talk, speak out, whether it's good or bad. If you need help, ask for help. There's no shame in it. There's stuff there for you. The resources are there for us. You have to just use it and not be don't be ashamed about anything that you experience, whether it's in the military, outside in the military. You are not alone. That's a big thing for me on the outside. That's why I named my business Financial Freedom Battle Buddies. Yeah, right?
Love it.
Battle buddy outside of the military. We know what it means while we serve, but you need that battle buddy on the outside. So find that battle buddy for you, reach out, tell your story, ask for help, whatever it is. That's what I would encourage all of my female veterans to do.